Everybody, we are back. We are back now with Kreuz versus Ember. We are in the thick of it now, because this is the 4 seed against the 5 seed. This is going to be one of the closest matches we see on all tournament. That being said, historically, it seems like Ember does have Kreuz's number. But if you look, if you've been paying attention within the community, it's become pretty clear that Kreuz is up next. Of all the people, Kreuz has been playing the most. He's been putting in the hours, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him emerge as one of the greats. Kreuz taking his time to practice that R spike jump. I like that. And Ember. It's early enough, and the setup is easy enough if you don't go for that it's not a bad idea for Ember to just use some of her lives practicing it, but still a little bit scary. This set has so many implications to me. Because for the longest time in UCH history, there was always somebody. There was at least one person who was that fucking guy. For years, you had Coldheart. Coldheart enters a tournament, it's safe to assume that Coldheart is going to be the one winning the tournament. And then Kiata comes along, and for that, for a long time, Kiata became the new that guy. A sure favorite to win the tournament. 1 second. But in the last 2 years or so, it's really been back and forth between Ramon, Poutia, Ember, Kreuz, Morphin, Rado. Like, there are so many people who have been winning the tournaments that at this point, it's really difficult to say who's going to win. A never-before-seen level of uncertainty. Alright, neither of them having any issues quite yet. This arrow could be big. I love the placement. As a matter of fact, that is exceptionally difficult. Looking at that now. Wow, and Kreuz is gonna get to force it. I'm really, really surprised that Ember is willing to let Kreuz set something like this up so early. Because as far as the UCH community goes, there are very few people who are better than Kreuz at half block jumps. If any, honestly. Oh. Now, in my mind, I definitely thought you had to make that half-block wall jump there, but you can just jump over the entire thing. That being said, Ember still losing a life to it. Kreuz is made to the finish, so the pressure is on. All right, Ember. Oh, and she's opting to go around instead of go for the difficult timing. Bit of a surprise to me because I feel like Ember's biggest strength as a player is her ability, her strong game sense, and her ability to pick out a tricky timing, even when it feels like there isn't one. But Kreuz, the player who is known for his precision, going for the timing, and Ember, known for timing, goes for precision. This mismatch leads to an early point for Kreuz. Let's see how he builds around it. I wish I could give you the exact number, but I want to say Kreuz has never managed to take a set off of Ember. I'm pretty sure that Ember is Kreutz's bracket demon. So getting a point up this early, I mean, this is huge. Kreuz with another spike ball. He wants to place, yep, I like that idea. I think Ember's just gonna block it, though. I think if you're gonna make a placement like that, you need to wait until the timer's about to run out. Even so, this is still extremely difficult. I think Kreutz making the right play. Oh! Kreutz definitely making the right play. Getting to the right side of that arrow gives you so much more leniency on the timing. Can Ember match it? She's down to 1 life already! Are you kidding me? And Kreutz goes up 2-0 against the winner of the last tournament. Well, I shouldn't say last, but the Halloween tournament just a month ago. Ember won that over Pausia. Kreutz. Me? Like, Ember is an extremely solid player, and she's been having good results lately. This is Kreutz's opportunity to break out, to really distinguish himself. And bombing that arrow. I love it. And Kreutz has the bomb! There is nothing Ember can do to prevent this. Doing their little dance here. Who's gonna place it first? Wow, Ember! Ember gets the placement. There is so much intricacy to that little build battle there. Because there are a few places that you can place the mortar in such a way where even with the 3x3 bomb, Kreutz cannot get rid of it without getting rid of some of the other difficulty that he placed. Ember opted to go for the strategy where she waited until the very end and then strategically placed it somewhere where Kreutz probably couldn't get the drag click. But oh my god, Kreutz already at the finish. Ember, it's not impossible, but this is looking rough for her. Amazing, amazing game sense to know that you need to bail out there. That cycle just didn't line up in a way that made it possible to clear. Ember gets through. But she hasn't had an opportunity to practice the rest of the map. The difficulty is concentrated at the start, but she has no muscle memory developed yet for this area. It's entirely possible that she makes a mistake here, and she doesn't. Ember just narrowly holding on to her winner's bracket life. Wanted to say tournament life, but of course, Ember, even if she loses, will be sent to the loser's bracket, where she'll have another shot at redemption. Whoa. That is some difficult precision. If Kreutz places that, I wouldn't be shocked at all. Oh, not even precision. Is that a cannon bait? Whoa, there's no way. I can see the idea Kreutz was going for there, but that is some next level stuff. I don't know if there's a player in the world who could clear that. Kreutz looking confident, looking clean. Ember not... I'm a little bit surprised. I feel like Ember would take note of the way Kreutz is going about solving this setup. And I would expect her to do something similar. If you just wait for that L-Saw to hit the bottom of its cycle and then just jump over top of the next arrow, you have not too much timing that you need to worry about. But if you're going for what Ember's going for here, I mean, this is difficult. One final life. Ember, can you hang on? Or is Kreutz gonna make the upset victory? It is now or never. And Ember holding on so far. Is there any more difficulty? Is there any difficulty left in the map that could prevent her from keeping her in it? Wow, Ember with the ice in her veins. Down 2-0 with 1 life left? Doesn't matter. Pressure forms diamonds, and let me tell you, I can see Ember shining, because holy, she is still in this. It's one thing for Ember to stay in this. Staying alive is important. But if you want to be able to win this match, when Kreutz is already up 2-0, you can't do it just by making things easier. At a certain point, you're gonna need to place that difficult setup that makes Kreutz fail. But Kreutz, has he lost a single round yet? Please, someone fill me in. Has Kreutz failed to make it even a single time? Ember on her last life. She clutched up last round, but this could be a different beast altogether. There's a black hole at the end that looks to make this extremely difficult. Ember opting to bail. She had the timing, but it was a really tight window there. And she doesn't make it! Kreutz with a statement victory! 3-0 over one of the best players in the world? Now, I was saying earlier in this set that we are in an unprecedented time of uncertainty, where anyone could win any set, and we're waiting for the best player in the world to show themselves. I'll be the first to say it, I think Kreutz has the potential to be that guy. What I just saw was a massacre on one of the best players of the world, one of the favorites to win the tournament. We'll have to see how he holds up in the rest of the bracket, but astounding play from Kreutz, not missing a single round. Now, we're going to be taking another break while I set up for the next round. We will be back soon.